Okay, this is an exciting episode, the basics of smart juicing. We're going to show you a couple different levels of juicing, the basics of basics, then we're going to move you up to like one blender of normal juice is going to give you like you had blended 25 pounds of different vegetables and stuff with the second level we're going to show you. And the third level is what we call the full meal level, and this is the level where you get it all.
The full Monty level.
The juicer that we're using is a Jack LaLanne's power juicer that we got from Costco. This thing's a power horse for about 80 bucks. You get a whole huge recipe book, and all you have to do is learn how to add the superfoods to it. So we're going to show you how this thing works. Mark's had one of these for about 5 years, and he says this thing is a powerhouse. It keeps on, and we wanted to make sure you can find yourself a juicer that doesn't cost an arm and a leg just to start.
Easy to use, easy to clean, because if they're hard to use and hard to clean, you don't want to spend the time doing it. You really don't. This makes it really, really easy for you. Now, as far as going into the basics of juicing, many people already probably know a few things about juicing, but you need a base. And the most popular is carrots. Carrot juice is a really good base. And then, of course, the standards in juicing is you'll take kale, you'll take spinach, you'll take celery, and put it in there. But say you don't have a whole lot of greens, and it's like Robert was saying, you might need 5 pounds
more. Yeah,
of greens.
Just for a spoon of Chlorella or Spirulina
we're going to make,
Blue Green.
We're going to make this as a base, which is very popular, the carrots, because it's kind of sweet, but it has so many good nutritive properties. And the reason why you want to use these bases and the basic greens is because you're getting alkaline, you're getting nutrients, and you're also getting minerals. So it's a very alkalizing and mineralizing to have these and enzymes as well, to have this basic formula in your drink.
Okay,
and then
yeah, and you can see just a small amount of green that's in there. It's got a small amount of chlorophyll. Now, the reason why you do greens is, the big reason is because you're wanting to get rejuvenational liquids back in your body. The greens have all the really high phytonutrients, and it has a lot of really neat types of things like antioxidants and super nutritional. So we're going to put in this trio here. He's going to put in a spoon of Chlorella. That's like 10 pounds of broccoli. Easy. You can put a big spoon
actually,
in.
of all the greens.
Yeah, I like putting way more stuff than he does, but he's got a small amount there anyways.
This is quite a bit since we're putting a trio in. So we're getting 3 tablespoons of these greens. And the first one, like Robert said, was the Chlorella. And this is the Spirulina.
So the Chlorella is more for Chlorella is more for detoxification, and the Spirulina is more for nutrification. They both have a lot of qualities of each other, but one is a little more detoxification, which of course is the Chlorella. It's got a more of a thicker, what's called a polysaccharide wall, and it helps clean out a lot of the digestion of accumulated junk. Blue green algae, like the super horse, 70 minerals, 20 different antioxidants. I mean, a variety of different types of things, like all your B vitamins. Remember, if you're going to do these liquiditarian diets, then you got to have a lot of things that you're regular, and not liquiditarian, but more of a vegetarian, and or you're trying to clean yourself. You got to stop a lot of the things you're eating, which have a lot of good minerals in them too. Sometimes they're not so good for you, but they do have a lot of good things in them. And so we're putting in super foods.
You got to, but this is the basics, and as far as our program is concerned, you about 5 or 6 drops of the fulvic acid.
The fulvic acid's like an emulsifier, and it grabs all this stuff and really, really pulls it together. Silica, everybody's deficient in my book with silica. So I'd like to put in like a tablespoon. There's no flavor to this, and your body needs silica for skin, hair, nails, connective tissue, all your bones that don't move too well. It's because most people I see, silica, ionic minerals, put in about 10 drops or so. And this is a little bitter, so you don't want to put too much in there. And it's good for you because of the different types of multi-minerals that are part of really getting a full-fledged drink. Trying to get also the Soleil salt, almost forgot that.
A little bit of Soleil.
Yeah, I put like 2 squirts in there. And the Soleil salt, remember, is not regular salt, so don't think, you know, oh, salt's bad for you. This is a super mineralized, high pH salt that I show you how to make. It's really simple, but this is a more of a conductor. It makes things all go together. And if you really wanted to make this too, because I'm trying to make all this stuff work, a lot of people don't like chilies, but putting a small chili in activates a lot of the greens, and as they go through your intestinal gut wall, you sort of get more of a detoxification effect. It sort of amplifies up this. So at first, don't use it with the chili. Try it normal, because this is a cleanser. Just this in itself, we're going to show you, because this is like 20 pounds of vegetables stacked up, and you would have had to clean half your, you know, half the day just to clean up the mess you made just to do it.
Right. So a point of emphasis here is, yeah, you could have a mountain of greens, and it's great to have them, even including these powders as well. But if, say, you don't have them and you want to do it efficiently, watch how green this is going to be. And like Robert said, you can use this without all the greens that I mentioned before, which is the spinach, kale, broccoli, celery, and any other kind of vegetables that you want. But with this, you're getting all of it without it.
Yeah, give it a good whip. So realistically right now, remember, this is like the green you see here versus, you can see we put in a whole pretty much head of kale in there. You can see it's barely green right here. Barely. And when you see the green that's coming right there, that's super green. And does it taste good? Of course it does. Remember, this is a basic of basics over the regular juicing. Give that a try.
Give it a whirl.
Super creamy. Tastes like carrots, but you can't taste the greens at all.
Tastes like candy too.
Tastes like creamy, oily, but we didn't put any oil in it.
Take a swig. No, next one we're going to.
We didn't put any oil in that. Now, it's good for not having anything in it.
Drink it all day long.
Please.
But whoa, what are you getting in here for it? I mean, the nutrition you're getting in here.
Yeah, and when you drink this too, remember, you put it in your mouth and you swish this around. And you really try to make this so when you're swishing it around, you're getting your signature from yourself. Remember, it's like your glands, you can say. It's, you know, your like pre-digestion, but it's actually your signature that goes around the food. So when you swallow it, and part of it actually goes into your head here because it's not really to be swallowed. This has, remember, if it would take you, remember, this has got this much vegetables here. Right. It would take you this jog hours. So the blender took all this down nutritionally. We put some live enzymes in, which is the carrot juice and some of the kale, and we put these super powders in. And this is like just alone, like I said, this is a really good, this is a big, one of my favorites when I was first starting to clean my intestinal tract and really trying to get it back into normalcy, because my intestinal tract was really bad before. I had a lot of problems with my stomach. Yeah, you remember, I've known this guy for 30 years, and the best thing to do to help yourself are these smoothie type drinks, these liquids. Let's go to the next one now and amp it to the next. The next one is to add superfoods.
Now we're going to have fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to get a lot more creative and a lot more tasty because there's so many different components.
Yeah,
so
you can just keep on using.
Yeah, I'm just going to pour some more carrot juice in here.
So the first level is just regular juice, and that's regular. Then you go put the greens in. If you just had the greens, you're doing pretty good there. And the next level
super juicy
is making it a meal. Yeah, now you're going to put oils. You're going to put some glandular foods, like he's putting in now maca. I like to put a big spoon. It tastes creamy.
Maca is awesome. Look it up if you don't know much about maca, but it has a lot of history and a lot of good information.
It's a Peruvian,
online.
Yeah, it's a Peruvian root, and it has a lot to do with your testosterone and your sort of potency of your hormones.
Yes.
So a lot of people take this, bodybuilders. Yeah.
Virile.
Adding cinnamon now.
Going to have a little bit of cinnamon in here, not a whole great deal, but I'd say about a teaspoon.
And remember, it's not just flavor. The organic cinnamon we have is a very potent cleaner, but it tastes good. And what it does is, since we're putting a lot of other stuff, look, he's putting in the vanilla beans now.
Like I said, we're having fun now. Some raw ground vanilla bean, and a whole tablespoon of that.
You know, and the same thing, it's not just for flavor, but you're putting some weird stuff in. So the vanilla bean, what it does, it makes everything taste super good. Otherwise, I use the vanilla bean. It's not that it doesn't have much nutrients in it, it does, but it blends with the cinnamon, all the stuff that doesn't taste so good, and it makes it taste yo baby.
And another one of Robert's yo baby favorites is
ginger.
Some ginger, some ground ginger.
I put the ground ginger root in everything. I like it in my tea in the morning. I put it in my salad dressings. I put it even in my smoothie. And what it does is actually got a little spice to it. You can have flavor if you use a little bit, or if you put a lot, it gives you more of a spicier. This is lucuma he's putting in now, which is
full tablespoon
secret to making carrot juice, and this really creamy. The lucuma is a dried fruit, and we call it a sweetener. We don't use any sugars, you've noticed in this. There's enough in the base, vegetable sugars.
The carrot juice has tons, plenty.
And, you know, if you want to, too, you know, we already have enough greens in there, but you could just take, instead of having these greens, too, this is a full, complete meal just by getting the carrot juice and putting the ultimate greens in here, too, and zipping it, and putting a scoop of the, I put the coconut oil in, too, and that's a full meal.
The coup de grace is the coconut oil with this mixture, which would probably surprise a lot of people. So I'm putting coconut oil and carrot juice and greens.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna drink this one, so put 2 of those in there. I like coconut oil. I eat about 3/4 of a gallon a month myself, and it makes you really lean. It does. Oils are good for you. It regenerates your tissue, especially this oil.
This one's a good recipe right here. This one is really, really good. All the ingredients go very, very well together, surprisingly enough, and we're going to enjoy this one.
If you want to make it into a, well, wait until this finishes. See, in the fulvic acid, what it does is it blends. Remember, it blends all the oils together. Yeah. No, this is a super cream. I mean, like I said, when you drink this, we broke the other glass, otherwise we'd have 2 here.
I got another one.
I thought it broke. Okay. No, we didn't break it.
I know it's good.
It tastes like sort of like a drink that you'd have for like Christmas holiday. It's got that sort of flavor to it. Eggnog.
It's like chai almost.
Chai-ish?
Because it has 2 ingredients from chai.
Well, it tastes like to me like it's like something you'd get when you have like a holiday or something.
Oh,
something super good flavor like that.
This is crazy good. You could drink it all day long.
And we put a lot of oils in here. Okay. Now let's say you wanted to. Remember, it's the oils that are healthy for you, not the sugars. We didn't add any sugar, and this thing is so sweet.
Now,
okay?
you know, I'm gonna
try now.
I'm gonna give some to our camera guy because he's salivating. So we got to give some to him.
Now, these drinks are essential to drink slow. Swish around, and I've gone over this a few times. There's so many nutrients in here. You want to get the oils partially digested by your amylase, your glands, and your right on the side of your cheeks here. And we have a different video on how you could actually open up the glands here. And this will give you, when you're done with this drink, you're not going to feel tired. You're going to feel very vibrant and energetic because you just made a whole table full of greens. So like I said, you don't need that much, and you can actually dilute this down with 50% water. You could save it for a week, okay? The greens actually preserves everything. All right. Oh, you want some more? No, he wants some more.
He wasn't messing around.
I was going to take
some more.
You know, it's gone.
That's all right. We're making more.
And one last, I guess, addition. What I like to really put into, see, let's say in the morning you wanted to exchange your coffee or your tea. You could use partly yerba mate base or even a coffee base with this. But I like to try to stay away from the things that are really acid because this is a super alkaloid drink, really nutrifying, and it helps your morning digestion, remember, and your craving not to add sugar to things because yeast, mold, and fungus have to process sugar. So I found out that this green coffee bean extract really sort of helps you with curbing your appetite, and it gives you, it's a green coffee bean extract, and I put it on a big spoon.
Kicks up your metabolism, helps burn fat. That's what it's got a good reputation for.
Well, this is a new, you know, for bodybuilders and for different people that are really athletic. This is a new sort of thing that's on the market now, and I've been using this product, and it does have a way better feeling, because coffees and things like that do make you feel like, you know, you come down off of something. This one doesn't give you that, so, and it gives you the good, let's see, also, two things before, because I know these videos get longer a little bit. We try to explain a little bit as we go along so you can actually see. Remember, the first we did was regular juicing, and that's just regular. That's what everybody's doing. The second, we just added the greens. Simple thing to do, and you can just add these greens by itself, or you can add this, because this also makes it a super protein, because it's got, Mark put this together, it's got a hemp protein, it's got the brown rice protein, about 10 different types of greens, a little stevia, so this completes a full meal. The next level, which I like, is the superfood, I call it complete meal, because then you get all the really good stuff in it, and you can, like I said, you don't make a small little, make a big one. And if you're on this sort of...
Lasts for days in the refrigerator.
Yeah, and if you're on this, when we used to do this to be able to get through, because you're really trying to reform your gut wall bacteria, trying to get new fuel, new food to be uptaked inside your body. And these smoothies have such nutrients that you try to go ahead and drink more than you're supposed to, just because there's no diet here. You drink as much as you feel you can, and a little more. Remember, you used to drink a whole pitcher at a time.
Oh, absolutely. The beauty of doing this kind of juicing is that you're cleansing your body and nutrifying your body at the same time.
And
feeding it
washing it,
enzymes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And feeding it enzymes, vitamins, minerals, everything. So you could literally just live off of this on a liquid diet. So what we're going to do again, we're going to go no holds barred, Robert Cassar style. We're going to go with the same ingredients that we just put in, and then we're going to add even more. So Robert, have at it. Let's do it.
Well, now if you just want to go to one last thing here. See, remember, I try to make these into, this is a 2 or 3 day drink for me, and I can make other things. We'll show you real quick with it too. I like to put in a lot of chia seeds. So now this is
we're going to do everything that we put in, and then the other stuff that we wanted to do for the no holds barred. And that's the nice thing about doing this. There's no limits that you can put into this. The more you put in, the better.
So this is just regular carrot juice without anything so far.
Right, right.
Okay, so what I would do is I would go ahead and put in immediately. So I just do this fast. I put in a spoon of green of each one here, or you can pre-mix these if you like to yourself. And the blue green, I use a little less, because this is really super powerful. And remember, it's got all your B vitamins in, including B12, which is very hard to get when you're being vegetarian, or sometimes when you're actually detoxing, because you're not eating the same things.
Throwing hemp seeds in here.
The oils.
Love the hemp seeds.
And I put in, my favorite is the golden berries, because they're tart. They're not sweet. They're tart. So I put a whole handful of those guys in.
Robert, do the honors with the coconut oil.
Okay, so this is lilikoi. This is sort of like my special, I love this flavor. Here, the lilikoi gives it a tropical flavor. You can see what they look like here. I don't know if you want to get a close-up there. And the lilikoi, you can get them at your farmer's market. They grow all over the farm here. And they've got such a super tropical smell. And each one that you open up, that's the secret of them. Each of them have a different smell and a different taste. And I even put a little lemon in, too, because we're going to put a lot of oils in. Remember, my job is to put the oils and make them so they're absorbable. Not just put oils in, because they'll sit in your stomach and you'll get diarrhea, you get stomach problems. So we're going to, on this one here, I'm going to put in a good squeezed half a lemon, because this one's a little dry, and I just get all this stuff out of here. There we go. Actually, this one's got a lot of juice.
A lot of juice.
Yeah.
Throw in a little bit of the ultimate green protein, and then some coconut oil, por favor.
And I'm putting in a chili, okay? But what I'd like to do more is make sure that, you know, the chilies, because I'm going to use this, because to me, I've been doing this for a while, and just this alone, if you use a chili, it's sort of like multiplying the detoxificational level of the drink more. So if you have a very sensitive stomach already to start with, or you're going through a little bit of change, leave the chili out, okay? Mm-hmm. Leave it out until your stomach feels better again, because the chili sort of activates everything else that you got in your system to work more, especially the detoxing things we have.
Open sores like ulcers and things like that.
The magic, because I'm putting in fulvic acid here, I put it in all my smoothies, tea,
did.
and everything. Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did.
I did not. Okay.
I put everything, one of everything in like we did before. The magnesium, the fulvic acid, the silica, and now I'm putting some ultimate green protein on, like Robert mentioned before.
I like the multiple skew of all the greens. This thing's got barley, wheat, alfalfa,
Oat, alfalfa, spirulina, chlorella, hemp protein powder, brown rice protein powder. So now we're getting in again to the kitchen sink, everything, the coup de grace. There's nothing that we
the oils.
that we're
Just put this guy in here.
we're not sparing anything on this. And again, you got yourself a super meal.
I put a lot. Remember, we put a lot of fulvic in here, so I got a lot of oil, and I just put that big lemon in. That's why I'm putting this
doggy.
much oil.
Nice.
This is a super lubricating drink for your stomach, and I'm going to make this. I like the metabolism kick in, so I'm going to put a little bit of this coffee bean extract in, and I'm going to put like a teaspoon in, and it's got a like coffee bittery flavor. But once you mix it all, this because this is sort of sweetery. I call it sweetery because when you mix the coffee bean extract with this is already sweet to start with, and there's enough sweet in there, so you don't have to add anything. And if you wanted to add maybe a little more cinnamon or anything, that's how you get some things that don't taste so good.
I'm glad you mentioned. I'm going to add just a little bit more cinnamon.
Okay, and that's you got salt in there, and we're good. You get maca?
You bet. I did a lot of maca.
Okay, then you're good.
A whole lot of maca.
And
Okay.
That's everything.
All right. I'm going to whip this puppy up.
And this, remember, super concentrated, so you don't have to drink it like a drink. You can pour this on these flakes, too. We'll show you in a sec. The golden berries are really hard inside because they have seeds, but they're really soft inside too. But they got about 100 seeds in each one of them.
They don't want to cooperate too well.
Yeah, and I usually don't like to grind them all the way down to nothing because at the very end of your drink,
I didn't.
yeah, you get the little like tartsy. Remember, this is not sweet, the golden berries. Here, let's get another.
You need to get another glass. That's
yeah.
why I finished mine. It's quite a bit thicker, this, because now we're talking about a meal.
Just about an inch worth. That's good. Okay, let me try this, right? What a different drink. Remember the lemon, feel the emulsification, and then that little bit of chili with the tart. See, to me, wow. Now, this is what I usually do in the morning. If you want to feel like you have friends over and you want to impress them, you make a bowl of coconut shavings. These are macaroon shavings, and they're full of the good oils. Again, it's coconut. And you want to try some more. Don't give them at all.
Got his curiosity going. Got to try it.
Yeah, this is my breakfast and lunch and dinner. When we do these videos, we don't just make these and throw them out. This is what I'm going to have today. These things are super nutritional.
You can see we're actually drinking this stuff, so it doesn't look as crazy.
good?
If we didn't do this, if we didn't drink it ourselves, people would go, "Well, these guys are nuts throwing all this stuff together."
So this is what you do now. You just put like a soup, and it's a dessert soup, and
that has more nutrition in it than most people eat all week.
And then what
Seriously.
I usually do is, even though, remember, it's oils. This is cacao oil now. These are different oils that are essential for regeneration, lubrication, and I just put it on top, and it sort of gives it a cool look anyways. And usually we'll put some other, because it's got golden berries in it, and we'll put a few golden berries on top, and maybe sometimes a few goji berries, and that's it. I'm going to have and it's really super good with the coconut shavings.
Yep.
Tastes like a super tropical dessert. Super tropical. And the crunchies, the coconut, gives it like the really good, feels like it's got something you're chewing on. And the flavor's like, okay. Well, I think that's, remember, basic juicing is simple, and you just saw a couple different ways. You can do this any way you want to.
That's the beauty of it.
Okay. This juicer does work good for, I think it's about $80, and it's a Costco. If it breaks, take it back if you don't like it, but it's a good juicer just to start with. We don't sell juicers or anything, and I'm really always asked. Yeah, but I'm always asked all the time, what juicer do I get? And that's why I want to show you. This one's very affordable. It's a centrifuge. It's not one of the other better ones, but this is a good beginning stage if you want to get more picky about getting life force and energy, but we can show you basically other ways. The juicing is for nutrition. There's not that much life force in it because you break apart a lot of things, but the nutrition is really why you're doing this. You're really trying to re-nutrify your system and use certain types of other techniques behind this. Now you drink this super nutrient meal and you're going to want to use some of the liquids behind this to wash this through, because this does give you super nutrification and it gives you a lot of dissolving
enzymes,
values,
nutrients, everything. And then summing it up, your body's going to love you for this. Seriously, it's going to love you.
Tomorrow you'll go ahead and know that it'll love you, because going to the bathroom is something that if you're wanting to really get healthy,
you need to go regularly.
but not only that, your food that you eat tonight for dinner should come out of you in the morning. And we'll show you how to test your alimentary, your tract, to see the span of time it takes for you to be able to actually see what it takes to go 40 feet. Because if it's more than 3 days, whoa, and that is about, on a lot of people, of normal. Mine, when it became normal, is that the food I eat tonight will be out in the morning. Anyways, we'll catch you next time, and that's our basics of smart juicing.
Absolutely.
Important reminder: all information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.